Hare Krishna.
So thank you all for staying back. After I took that break, I was thinking, oops. Maybe I think devotees would have other things to do, but thank you for prioritizing and putting Krishna Katha high on the list. Krishna and Balaram, they faced many demons while being in Gokul Mahavan. At the age of 3 years and 4 months, all the leaders, headed by Upananda Maharaj, Nanda Maharaj, Sunanda, Nandana, all of these heads came together. The leaders of the community sat together and spoke, I think we have to relocate. I think we should go to another place where there's no havoc. Because our Krishna and Balaram are so attractive that they seem to attract more demons. So Upananda Maharaj said, we should all move to Vraja, the land of Vrindavan. You know, Vrindavan has 12 forests, Dwadasha Kanan, Jahan Sabha Leela Koiloshri Nanda Nanda. These 12 forests, there are 5 forests to one side of the Yamuna and 7 to the other. 5 plus 7 is 12. And the plan was accepted. If Upananda Maharaj is saying that is a good place, we all should move. Vrindavan is a place where there's good fields, good grass, Giriraj, Govardhan and Yamuna. So they all piled up their bullock carts, which in Sanskrit is called shakat. And they all walked, moved from one place to another. And that place today is also called as Chatikara. Chatikara. That comes from the root word Shakatikara. A place where all the bullock carts were piled up. They were parked. Krishna came to Vrindavan and he saw Govardhan. He saw Yamuna and his hair was standing on end. Giriraj Govardhan is Haridasa Varya. He is best among servants of Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3 Haridas are described. In Canto 10, chapter 75, Yudhishthira Maharaj is described as Haridas, the servant of Krishna. In Canto 10, chapter 46, Uddhava is described as Haridas, the servant of Krishna. But Uddhava and Yudhishthira Maharaj didn't get that fortune which Govardhan got. To be in front of Krishna and Balaram, to be touched by the lotus feet and the lotus hands of Krishna and Balaram every day. Even Yudhishthira Maharaj and Uddhava didn't get this. So they are Haridas, the servant of Hari. But in Radharani's opinion, Giriraj Govardhan is Hantayam Adriravala Haridasa Varya. First class. Varya means first class. Like Prahlad Maharaj talks to his father and he doesn't call him dad. He doesn't call him pop. He calls him Asura Varya. Oh, best among demons. Oh, first class demon. Tatsadu manye asura varya dehinam sada samudvignadhiyam satgrahan hitvatma pakam grihamandha kopam vanam gato yat harimashrayeta. Oh, first class demon, your problem is that you're considering this body to be a permanent house. It's going to disintegrate and break down very soon. The solution I can give you, just give up everything, go to Vrindavan and worship your enemy, Hari, first class. So Radharani looks at Giriraj Govardhan and she says, Hanta, alas, or oh, wonderful, Hanta, I am Adri, this mountain, this hill, Abala, oh gopis, Haridas over here. Best. Why? Yad Rama Krishna Charana Sparasha Pramoda. Every time, almost all the time, whenever Balaram is referred to in the Bhagavatam, he is called by the name Ram. Rama Keshavau Janubhyam Sahapanibhyam. Ram means Balaram. Here Radharani is saying, why is Govardhan the best? Yad Rama Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramoda. Because he becomes satisfied by the touch of the lotus feet of Krishna and Balaram. Yad Rama Krishna, Ram. Radharani herself refers to Balaram as Ram. So when Krishna saw Govardhan, his hair was standing on end, remembering the identity of Govardhan as the best among servants spoken by Radharani. Then looked at Yamuna. Rupa Goswami describes Ramyatir Rambhamana Go Kadamba Bhushita Divya Gandha Bhak Kadamba Pushpa Raji Rushita Nanda Sunu Bhakta Sangha Sangama Bhinandini Mam Punatu Sarvada Aravinda Bandhu Nandini. Yamunashtakam, Rupa Goswami. He says Ramyatir Rambhamana Go Kadamba Bhushita. Let's get word by word. It's so nectarian. Ramya Tira. Tira means the banks. And Ramya means all attractive. Ramya Tira, on the all attractive banks of Yamuna, Rambhamana. That was a cow, by the way. Just in case if you don't know. Come and ask me later. The camel was good. The dinosaur. Thank you. Rambhamana. The sweet sound of Go Kadamba. Kadamba means a group. Go Kadamba means a group. Herd of cows. So Ramya Tira, on the beautiful, wonderful, attractive banks of Yamuna, Rambhamana, sweet sound of Go Kadamba, the herd, the group of cows, Bhushita. Bhushita means almost like an ornament. So it's like Yamuna is flowing in the middle and she has a necklace on the banks. And the necklace of sweet sounding herd of cows. Ramya Tira Rambhamana Go Kadamba Bhushita. The necklace is there. And on the other side, Divya Gandha Bhak Kadamba Pushparaji Rushita. If not for Rupa Goswami, who will tell us all this? Divya Gandha Bhak Kadamba. Divya means transcendental. And Gandha means fragrance. Intoxicating fragrance of what? Divya Gandha Bhak Kadamba. Again Kadamba. Group of, well, this time it's not group. This time it's the Kadamba tree. So he's playing with the words. Poetic embellishment. Divya Gandha Bhak Kadamba Pushpa Raji Rushita. On the other side is a necklace of transcendental fragrance of the Kadamba tree flowers. Kadamba flowers. So Ramya Tira Rambhamana Go Kadamba Bhushita, one side of the necklace is a beautiful banks of sweet sounding herd of cows. And on the other side, Divya Gandha Bhak Kadamba Pushpa Raji Rushita. On the other side, It's the continuing necklace of transcendental aromatic kadamba flowers. And what onto the other sides? What is the mood in which she's flowing? Ramya Tira Rambhamana Gokadamba Bhushita Divya Gandha Bhakkadamba Pushparaji Rushita Nanda Sunu Bhakta Sangha Sanghama Abhinandini. She's flowing. Why? Nanda Sunu. Sunu means the son, the darling child of Nanda. Nanda Sunu Bhakta Sangha. Bhakta Sangha means the group of devotees. Nanda Sunu Bhakta Sangha, which means the devotees of the darling child of Nanda Maharaj, the devotees of Krishna. Nanda Sunu Bhakta Sangha Sangama Abhinandini. She's so happy welcoming different groups of devotees of the son of Nanda Maharaj. She's so happy that she has background music. Nanda Sunu Bhakta Sangha Sangama Abhinandini. So happy. Rupa Goswami says that Yamuna, who's so happy welcoming the devotees of the son of Nanda Maharaj, Mam Punatu, let she purify me. Puta means purity. And na means no. So Putana means no purity. In the Srimad Bhagavatam it is said, Partha Astra Puta Padam Apurasya, third canto. The third canto describes when the arrow of Arjuna would come and pierce or touch the chest of the opponent, it would absorb all the sins and send the living entity back home, back to God. So it wasn't a punishment. The arrow was a purifier. Interestingly, the word used there, Partha Astra Puta. The arrow of Arjuna would purify. And Padam Apurasya, and would give them the highest destination. So Puta or Punatu means purity. After describing Yamuna, Rupa Goswami says, Mam Punatu. May that Yamuna, Punatu Sarvada, let she purify me all the time. But he doesn't say Yamuna. He says, Mam Punatu Sarvada. May I always be purified by whom? Mam Punatu Sarvada Aravinda Bandhu Nandini. Yamuna is the daughter of the sun god. The sun god has Yamuna and Yamaraj. Yamuna and Yamaraj are brothers and sisters, brother and sister. Therefore, when Krishna appears, Yamuna welcomes Krishna by saying, please accept me. I am not like my brother who takes life away. I give life. When Krishna is being taken in the basket by his father. So Yamuna is the son of the sun god. Oh, pardon me. Yes, the daughter of the sun god. This was a genuine mistake. I wasn't testing. You tested me. Thank you. But who's the sun? He's the friend of the lotus. The sun and the lotus have friendship, which means when the sun rises, the lotus opens. When the sun sets, the lotus closes. So Aravinda means the lotus, Bandhu means friend. Mam Punatu Sarvada, may I always be purified. Aravinda Bandhu Nandini, by the daughter of the friend of the lotus. Such a poetic expression. What's the pleasure in saying, may Yamuna protect me or purify me? May I always be, and in proper rhythmic meter. Ramyatira Rambhamana Gokadamba Bhushita Divya Gandha Bhakadamba Pushparaji Rushita Nanda Sunu Bhakta Sangha Sangamabhinandini Mam Punatu Sarvadar Vinda Bandhu Nandini. Rupa Goswami. So when Krishna saw Yamuna, His hair stood on end. Now you know why. Without understanding who Giriraj is, without understanding who Yamuna is, how can we enter Braja? His Holiness Indradimna Maharaj in one Parikrama lecture, he was saying, to enter Vrindavan, we need recommendation letters. We need recommendation from Yamuna Devi. She has to say, yes, you can come. We need recommendation from Giriraj Govardhan. He should say, yes, you can come. We need recommendation letter from Brinda Devi. We worship her every day. Moroe Abhilash, Amerike Dios. May I eternally live in America. Moroe Abhilash, Amerike Dios. Vilas Kunja Dios. এই নিবেদন ধর সখী অনুগত করো সেবা অধিকার করো নিজ দাসী Please give me an Audi car. সেবা অধিকার দিয়ে in return to my service let I get an Audi car. Let me get an Audi car. But we are worshipping for what? Seva adhikar diye koro nija dasi. Let me enter Braja. So recommendation from Yamuna Devi, recommendation from Giriraj, recommendation from Brinda Devi, and recommendation from Gopeshwar Mahadev. And when all of that happens, the recommendation goes to Lalita Sakhi. When that is signed off, it goes to Srimati Radharani, 3-layer of recommendation. We get a ticket to Braja. So we come with a start date and an end date. This land of Vrindavan is so special. Prabodhananda Saraswati has not written New York Mahimamrita. There's no Mumbai Mahimamrita. There's no Delhi Mahimamrita. There's Vrindavan Mahimamrita. Rupa Goswami has written Mathura Mahatmya. Land of Vrindavan is transcendental. Vrindavana Ramya Sthana Divya Chintamani Dhama. Every step is dance. Every word is a song. Every day is a festival. Every dust particle is actually Chintamani. Every tree is a wish-fulfilling desire tree. Every cow is a Kamadhenu. Everything is Sachitananda. Everything is vibrant with Krishna Prem. When Krishna entered that Vrindavan, he was in ecstasy. Why? Because this Vrindavan is not a kingdom, it's a queendom. There's no king here, there's only one queen. You're right, Srimati Radharani. Children know. No kingdom, queendom. Vrindavan is the place where the king of the universe falls on his feet. Falls not just on his feet, hands, knees, legs, face. He's bowing down to the devotees of Braja. They all decided, Krishna and Balaram came in ecstasy. Butter stealing continued. Some things, old habits die hard. Stealing, giving monkeys. Mother Yashoda would say, I am making all this for you. You don't eat it, that's no problem. But you don't feed it to the monkeys who are disturbing me making this. Krishna would take all of that, steal all of that and feed the monkeys and keep feeding 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 the monkeys. And once at a point when they would say, enough, Krishna would throw the pot of butter down and say, it's so useless, even the monkeys don't want it. Krishna would talk like this. Sweet talk. When babies in this world can have baby talk, what to speak of the Supreme Lord? Krishna would come and speak so many things. Krishna and Balaram. Mother Yashoda and Rohini Devi would put them to sleep and tell them bedtime stories. So one day Mother Rohini was telling Balaram and Krishna a story. Long ago, in a city called Ayodhya, there was a king by the name Dashrath. Krishna said, He had 3 queens and 4 sons. Balaram said, Rupa Swami says they would say which means yes. The word means yes, yet at the same time it's a baby sound. So it's poetic. Rupa Goswami uses. Tell these stories, and then finally Mother Yashoda or Mother Rohini said, at one point Shri Ram got married to Sita, and Krishna smiled. They said, then one fine day or one evil day, the 10-headed Ravana came and kidnapped Mother Sita. When that happened, Balaram got up and he said, where is my arrow? Where is my bow and where is my arrow? Rohini said, where did you hear the story? Krishna said, it's after all our pastimes. But Rohini's love was so intense. She said, God knows where these children learn these stories. They were actually speaking the truth. At another instance, Krishna and Balaram came completely drenched in wet mud. Their hair was completely filled with mud and face. And Mother Rohini and Yashoda had to clear up the face to see where the eyes are. Mother Yashoda looked at Krishna and she said, Pankha vishikta sakalavayavam vilokya damodaram vadati kopavashad Yashoda tvam sukarosi tata janmani putanare ityukta sasmita mukho vatuno murare. Mother Yashoda looks at Krishna and she says, look at you. Were you a pig in your last life? By any chance, were you a pig in your last life? And Krishna smiles and says, Varahadev, yes. I was a pig. Motherly love, she wouldn't understand. Rupa Goswami says, Tvam sukarosi? Sukara means pig. Tvam sukarosi gata janmani? In your previous life, were you a pig? And that is she's saying, Putanare, oh killer of Putana. Were you a pig in your last life by any chance? Iti ukta sasmita mukha. Hearing this, Krishna smiles and says, yes, I was a pig. But she wouldn't understand. Sukara Rupa. Krishna became Varahadev. Another time, while putting Krishna and Balaram to sleep, Mother Yashoda was telling the story of Narasimha. And when she said about how Narasimha came out of the pillar, Krishna smiled. She was thinking, my child likes such stories. But he was thinking, that's me. The person who came in, who scratched his head as to, not in the day, not in the night, not inside, not outside, not in the air, not in the sky, not on the floor, not man, not animals, no weapons, no hand. And half man, half fly, that was me. But oh mother, glorious is your love. Your love is so thick that it eclipses my personality. I bow down to you, oh mother, I bow down to you. Nemam virinchi na bhavo na shrir apyanga samshrayah prasadam lebhire gopi yattat prapa vibhuktidat. Shukdev Goswami chokes after Damodar Leela and he says, this fortune of running behind Krishna with a stick, this even Lakshmi doesn't get. Even she can have a pastime with Narayan like this. Can you run? I want to chase you. Impossible. And what to speak of catching hold of him and then binding him and sweating? It's all impossible. Nemam virinchi na bhava, na shri apyanga samshraya. No Brahma, no Shiva, no Lakshmi. Prasadam lebere gopi. That prasad, that mercy that Yashoda got. Yattat prapa vimukti dat. Unparalleled. Can we imagine Mother Yashoda with a whipping stick running behind Narasimhadev? Give me the bottom back. It's almost impossible. Because Vatsalya Prem doesn't go with Raudra, Piras. But Krishna is Akhila Rasa Amrita Murti. Shringara Veera Adbhuta Hasya Bhayanaka Bhibatsa Raudra Shanta Dasya Sakhya Vatsalya Madhurya. All 12 rasas Krishna personifies. This is the inner meaning of Yat Karoshi, Yat Ashnasi, Yat Jogoshi, Dadasya, Yat Tapasyasi Kauntaya Tat Kurushma Madarapana. Do whatever, but do it with me. When Srila Prabhupada opened up a temple in the west coast and gave them Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra, and they were painting Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra, the devotees had no idea who these deities were. One devotee asked another devotee, whom are we painting? Who is this? That devotee said, he looks like a cool hippie to me. He has big eyes and no hair, by the way. In fact, one person came there who later on became a devotee. He was so intoxicated with drugs that he got attracted to Jagannath because it's a stone deity. To get stoned. No, well, I don't have to explain this. I don't want to do that on a Vyasasana. Sorry?
Butter pot.
So they were painting Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra. And Prabhupada said, this is your deity. Whatever you wish like, you can do with him. Share all your happiness with him. Prabhupada said that, but he didn't know what's coming up. Next morning, Prabhupada came for darshan. Baldev is there, Subhadra is there, Jagannath's missing. So Prabhupada said, where is Jagannath? So one devotee came and said, well, we love taking morning walks, so we've taken Jagannath for a morning walk. Prabhupada said, this is not the way to take Jagannath out. There is a formal way to do it. And the first ever Rath Yatra began. How many of you have been to a Rath Yatra in Puri? Very few. Let us pray that one day rest all also land up and we meet each other on the day of Rath Yatra, hopefully. And the others also join us. It's quite an experience, Jagannath Rath Yatra. Okay, let me ask you a simple question. How many of you have been to Mumbai on a local train? Okay, so now you know what I'm talking about. So now you know what I'm talking about. Jagannath Rath Yatra in Puri is like equal treatment. There are three things always guaranteed in life. Increased taxes, death, and being crushed during a Puri Rath Yatra. Whether you're a CEO, you're a clerk, you're a beginner, you have 15 years experience, doesn't matter. Just everybody so much crowd. The Britishers were perplexed. They said, how is it that on a certain day, so many thousands of people come together in one place without any website? No prior announcement that we're all going to meet on a certain day. They come on a certain day, everybody, thousands and millions of people, and that evening they're all gone. Who tells them? So the Britishers tried their best when they were in India. They tried to stop the Rath Yatra in Puri. By Prabhupada's mercy, Rath Yatra began in London. Rath Yatra began in London. Krishna's Akhila Rasamrita Murti. Can have any relationship with him. This Krishna and Balaram, as they had their baby talks and baby walks, they grew up and entered the age of Pauganda. From birth to the age of 5 is called Balya Leela or Kumar Avastha. Kumar. Like Kaumaram Acharet Prajnyo. Prahlad Maharaj says one must perform bhakti from the Kumar Avastha. From as soon as we are born. Like all of these children. Sweet. They are all sitting ahead and teaching us by example how to be active in Hari Katha. Generally, in other places and other temples, you have children walking and running, but here children are just teaching by example, all sitting straight and listening to Hari Katha. Now, please don't stand up. You got to sit there. So Krishna entered Pauganda Avastha from 6 to 10. From 11 to 15 is Kaishora. And 16 is Yovana. So Pauganda means at the age of 6. So on the 6th birthday, Krishna went to Nanda Maharaj and he said, "You know I have become a big boy." Nanda Maharaj said, "So what do you want?" It's risky talking to Krishna, right? On one hand, he's Bhagavan, he knows everything. On the other hand, he's a naughty little kid. So what do you want? Krishna said, "Till now I have been a Vatsapal. I have been taking care of calves. Now I'm really strong. Today I want to be Gopal." Then finally the letter was passed around to many authorities. Nanda, Upananda, Sunanda, Yashoda, Balaram, asking everyone what should be done. And on the day of Gopashtami, Krishna was formally given charge of taking care of cows. Till then it was a struggle every day. Krishna would say, "I am very powerful. I'm very strong." Mother Yashoda would say, "Yeah, I can see how many butter pots you break. You're really strong. You got to be strong." Nanda Maharaj said, "To be a Gopal, you have to be able to manage 1,000 cows at least at a time. Can you do that?" Krishna said, "Yes." "How will you do it?" "So I'll play my flute, they'll all come." Said, "You have to be very intelligent. You should know how to navigate and where to go." He would look at Balaram to help him in this conversation. And Balaram would say, "You solve your own problems. I'm not going to interfere." Because Krishna and Balaram would sometimes have fights between them, playing friends. When demons attack, Krishna and Balaram become one. But inside, it's always Krishna's camp versus Balaram's camp. Balaram being the older brother. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just joking. Balaram being the older brother would sometimes boss over. And he would tease Krishna in public. Krishna was a little sensitive. So he would tease Krishna in public. He would touch sensitive points in public. Like sometimes he would tell Krishna in front of his friends, "Mother Yashoda is pretty fair. Nanda Maharaj is fair." "I don't think you are their child. I've also heard that I think they got you from a public market. You're not their child." And hearing this, Krishna is just breaking down in tears. And tears streaming down, mixing with his kajal and coming down on his cheeks. And Krishna is rubbing, and Krishna's eyes have become as big as Jagannath. Krishna goes home and he says, "Dauji." Dauji means protector. And he's going and he's saying all this. Mother Yashoda and Rohini would say, "Babuji, I was just joking. I didn't mean to." And next day again, Krishna would say, "I don't want to go with Balaram. He makes fun of me." And then Krishna would take time and then shoot back the right time. So they would always have camps. But if the demon comes, Krishna and Balaram become one. Krishna would have such sweet Sakya Leela pastimes in this Pauganda Avastha. They would play all day. They would jump, they would sing, they would dance, they would have dramas, play the flute, buffalo horn, bugle, go into nearby forests and take stones and hit and get the fruits down and give each other 5 minutes, and who's going to get as many fruits as possible. And wrestling, Krishna would take all of his revenge on Balaram at that point. Anyone who's wrestling from Balaram's side, not necessarily Balaram, Krishna would just punch so hard. He said, you come from, Daoji says this is public. You get this. You're part of this team. No. And you laugh when he cracks jokes. And then the wrestling is over, and Krishna's just continuing punching this boy. And everybody's standing, hey, the game's over. No, why are you laughing? You show your teeth? Who wouldn't want to see these pastimes of Krishna? Our eyes are meant to see them. When we don't see those pastimes, we need Netflix. Our ears are supposed to hear Krishna Nam and Krishna's flute. What kind of understanding is this? That God is formless. Which means He can see you, you can see Him. Well and good. End of story. No relationship. Which means He doesn't dance, He doesn't sing, He doesn't fight, He doesn't wrestle, He doesn't break butter pots, He doesn't steal. Who wants such a God? Prabhupada once went for a big Hindu conference. You can almost predict what's going to happen. Prabhupada went to this big Hindu conference. And Prabhupada let everybody speak. He said, I'll speak at the, I'll have the last shot. So everybody started speaking, and of which one was a Paka impersonalist. And he was spending hours saying, how Apani Pado, how Krishna, the Lord, has hands, but He has no hands, He has no legs, He has no ears, He has no face, He's light, He's heat, He's sound, whatever. And Prabhupada was fuming. And he had Gurudas Prabhu with him. So that night, and Gurudas Prabhu was in charge of giving the blankets to everyone. So Prabhupada said, you have to teach him a lesson. This is the instruction of Guru. So Gurudas Prabhu went and stole his blanket. And this was in North India in the winter time at night. So you can imagine, it's not as bad as Minnesota, but it's bad. Very cold. So that person came to Gurudas Prabhu and said, I need my blanket. So Gurudas Prabhu took a thread out of it, a strand out of it, and said, this is yours. He said, what is this? He said, your Guru was explaining, God is formless, everything is one, you are God, God is you, I am God, you are God, we are all God. Everything is one? Yeah, I'm following your Guru's instruction. This thread and this blanket are one. So go ahead, take this blanket. Cover yourself up in this blanket. He said, no, this doesn't make sense. 2:30 at night, he said, you have to go and tell your Guru to surrender to Prabhupada, only then I'll give you a blanket. He said, how can I do that? It's like 2:30 at night. Maybe I'll tell him tomorrow. He said, now you have to admit that your philosophy is bogus. For the sake of the blanket, he said, yes, my philosophy is bogus. Give me my blanket. And next day, Prabhupada said, not just that. If you want your blanket tonight, on the stage you have to say, yes, my Guru's philosophy is bogus. One disciple of Prabhupada asked Prabhupada at another time, how do you find an impersonalist? Prabhupada said, go to India and scratch any Hindu, you will find an impersonalist. They say, I worship God, etc., etc. You just dig in little. And they say, yeah, God is formless. God has no legs, no hands, no ears. Who says God doesn't have hands and legs and ears? Bhagavatam is so clear. Karana yoho karanikaram, not just having ears, He has flowers. Blue flowers. flowers and yellow flowers tucked between his ears. Prabhupada was so heavy sometimes. One devotee, one Prabhupada disciple was telling this joke. When they were preaching, they would go to a center which was basically a Mayavadi center. So that Mayavadi teacher had taught them Soham, 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 which means I am that, I am that, I am that. Saha Aham. So the devotees had to go there. The devotees are smart. They said, what he's taught is 75% right. Just add Da. Da Soham, Da Soham, Da Soham, Da Soham. I am the servant, I am the servant, I am the servant. So next day the Mayavadi teacher came and said, have you all practiced? They said, yes. Da Soham, Da Soham, Da Soham. This Mayavadi teacher said, hey, who taught you all this? Said another camp had come. This Mayavadi teacher said, oh, they have taught you 90% right. Just add a Sa. Sada Soham, Sada Soham, Sada Soham, Sada Soham. The next day, the devotees had to go. They said, your teacher has taught 95% right. Just add a Da. Dasa Dasoham. Dasa, I am the servant of the servant. Prabhupada was so against impersonal philosophy and merging philosophy and things like that. Even people who said, my ancestors were monkeys and Darwin theory, Prabhupada would just tear them apart. He asked one person who was believing in the Darwin theory, he said, evolution theory, he said, so what do you do? He asked an archaeologist actually, what do you do? He said, we study primitive men. Prabhupada said, primitive men, interesting. We study advanced men. With one of these Darwin people, Prabhupada happened to go to Tirupati. So that pujari there, he was asking, what is your gotra? What is your gotra? What is your gotra? He asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada said it. So then he asked this person, what is your gotra? What is your family lineage? He didn't know. Prabhupada said, I will tell you what his family lineage is. The pujari asked, what is his gotra? Prabhupada said, Vanar gotra. His forefather was a monkey. He said, my forefather was Kashyapa, Gautama Rishi, etc., Bharadwaja Rishi. For him, the forefather was a monkey. So right, monkey gotra, Vanar gotra. Prabhupada didn't compromise. Because the Vaishnava philosophy means God has form and we are eternally His servant. That Krishna, who has a very beautiful form, would play with his friends, wrestle with his friends, sing with his friends. And Mother Yashoda would call him, Krishna, oh Krishna, Balaram, oh Balaram. No response. They're all absorbed playing somewhere. It's almost 6 o'clock in the evening. Then Mother Yashoda will call out, and then Krishna and Balaram say, yes, we are coming, almost. Mother Yashoda and Rohini, they would say, if you don't come now, I have to shut the door. So you can stay playing all night, see you tomorrow. So Krishna would say, okay, I'm going. He would tell Balaram's camp that I'm going, I really have to go, my mother is calling me. Why? Because that was the time when Krishna was in the low, in the game. When when you have hide and seek, when you have to hide, you play. Now when you have to seek others, I'm sorry, my mother is calling me, I really got to go. Everything comes from Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhu. So Krishna said, I got to go. And Balaram in front of everyone would tell Krishna, Krishna, we have played all day and this is like the final stage in our game. Now if you leave, we're not going to take you tomorrow. Never again will we take you in our games. And from one side, Mother Yashoda is saying, is your mother more important or your friends more important? And Krishna is saying, I am coming. And Balaram says, it's your call. If you go, No more games. Krishna thinks to himself, I left Vaikuntha to come and play with all of you, and now you're not going to take me in your games. Where am I going to go and play? Krishna smiles as he's torn apart in a tug of war of divine love. Supreme competition of who's going to have Krishna. On the day of Gopashtami, finally his recommendation was signed. Yes, Krishna will go. But what is the condition and why? Balaram came and gave his proposal. He told Nanda and Yashoda, there is a big problem if Krishna doesn't go out. If he's just taking care of the calves which have become cows now, they are not leaving because they want Krishna. Krishna used to take care of them when they were calves. Now they have become cows. Now they don't want anybody else, they want Krishna. Now if Krishna's kept at home, and you say, well, the other cowherd boys will take care of you, the cows just look back. They're not going, they're crying. And the problem is the cowherd boyfriends who used to go with Krishna. If Krishna's not going, they say, we are also not going, so who's going to take care of the cows? Balaram said, I think Krishna should go. Nanda and Yashoda said, yes, but on the following conditions. Told Balaram, the first condition is you always have to take care of Krishna. Balaram said, yes, I would. As we discussed yesterday, Balaram would protect Krishna like the eyelids would protect the eyeball. All the time. Mother Yashoda said, first rule, no climbing trees, Krishna. No climbing trees. You will slip, you will fall, break your back. No climbing trees. She's telling the Lord of everything not to climb his own creation. Second principle tells Balaram, you have to make sure that he doesn't eat poisonous fruits. Because many times the fruits are fine, but the tree has snakes who are going to bite and make the fruit poisonous. Krishna won't know, he'll just pick it up, he'll eat and he may die. No eating fruits, no climbing trees. Krishna, no going under the sun, you don't need a sunbar. You don't need a suntan. Krishna's looking. No going out in the sun, no going in the river, okay? You're not going to swim. Okay. No going inside caves. What if somebody just pushes a stone inside and you're stuck? Or what if you don't know the way to get out? Look at the concern in Mother Yashoda's heart. Unending love, just river flowing from her heart. Where are the mothers of this world getting their love for their children from? Just like Krishna is the source of everything, Mother Yashoda is the source of all love. Motherly affection. Nanda kim akarot brahman shreya eva mahodayam Yashoda cha mahabhaga papau yasya sthanam hari. The question asked is, what have Nanda and Yashoda done? That Krishna, who sleeps on the ocean of milk, comes to drink only her milk? Wow. Her name is Yashoda. Da means to give. She who gives yasha, fame, to the all-famous Krishna is Yashoda. Radharani is the object of all glory, Kirti. But her mother gives her glory. So she's Kirtida. And Nara means Narayan. Short form. And Da means to give. He who gives Narayan to everyone is Narada. Like that. Kirtida, Yashoda, Narada. Yashoda Rani is giving all this list. Balaram says, yes, I promise, I will follow all of this. Tells Krishna, now there is a list for you. Krishna said, what is it? You have to hold your Tauji's hand tightly. No leaving Balaram. He will take care of you, but you're not going to run. This is the tree, this is the flower, this is the fruit. Nothing doing. Whatever he tells you, wherever he takes you, that's where you go. Yes? Yes. Okay? Okay. Sure?
think so.
Held Krishna, Balaram's hand, and they start walking. Cows, calves, boys, Krishna, Balaram. On the day of Gopashtami, they enter the forest of Vrindavan for the first time, far away. Because the calves used to be grazing close to the house, but this is really far away. All day long project. And Krishna would have demons coming because he never wore a wristwatch. So first demon, oh, appetite increased, time for breakfast. Second demon, finished, sweating, appetite increased, time for lunch. The third demon would come, Krishna and Balaram would finish him off. Oh, sunset, time to go home. So the demons would come and keep up the time for Krishna and Balaram's pastimes. Jai Shri Shri Nitai Gaur Chandra Ki Jai Sita Ram Lakshman. They entered the forest. And as they entered the forest, the birds, the peacocks, the cuckoo, the deer, the cows, all the residents of the forest started singing, dancing, welcoming, because the Lord of their life was entering their house. Krishna was an atithi for them. Tithi means time. I'm coming tomorrow at 10 o'clock. It's tithi, proper date and time. A tithi doesn't just mean a guest. It means a guest who comes uninformed. One who comes without a tithi. So Krishna and Balaram were a tithi now. They didn't tell the residents of the forest that we are coming. The birds flew and saw Krishna and Balaram are coming. We have to make the arrangements. We have to put on rangoli. And the birds are flapping their wings and the cuckoo birds are singing. And the peacocks are opening up their feathers and practicing their dance. All the animals are so excited. They all want to offer their heart to Krishna, whatever they have. Vamshidas Babaji Maharaj, a great Vaishnava. Once he was sitting on the floor, on the street, and he saw a big elephant, humongous elephant, mighty elephant, walk past by. And on the top of the elephant was a mahout. And somebody gave a fruit to the elephant, and the elephant took that fruit and immediately gave it to the mahout. Vamshidas Babaji looked at the elephant and said, "Ei pashu bada durachar." Said, this elephant also knows how to offer the fruits to its master selflessly. Look at me. I can't offer even my work or my fruits to Krishna. So I am an animal. But interestingly, in Braja, the animals are offering fruits to Krishna. And the trees, as if they heard, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayacham. I told you, in Vrindavan everything is animate. Even the mic. The trees are waiting for Krishna. They are praying. We are not like the cows who can move from one place to another. We are just standing in one place. We just get that 1 minute that you and Balaram pass by, and that 1 minute of service. Once you pass, you're going through the forest, but we can't move. In next life, oh Krishna and Balaram, let us become cows so that we can follow you everywhere. And sometimes the trees would just outstretch their branch like this. So forcibly Krishna has to take over his head and touch the branch and walk through. The branch, the tree wants Krishna to touch, wants Balaram to touch. And as the trees are bent, Krishna looks at all of that and he tells Balaram, "Oh Balaram, Abgraja, oh older brother, look at these trees. They are bowing down to you. Krishna says, these trees of Vrindavan, they're all bowing down to you, oh brother. Actually, they are bowing down to both. But Krishna was embarrassed. He can't say, oh, look, brother, they're all bowing down to me. Out of etiquette, he was saying, look, they're all bowing down to you. Look at these cuckoo birds, oh Balaram. They're singing for you. Look at this. In fact, in that verse, Shukdev Goswami says, Ami, which means look here. Look at this peacock. Oh Balaram, he's dancing for you. Oh Balaram, look at that deer. She is seeing. The eyes of the deer are like the eyes of the gopis. Now the commentator to this verse, he says, Krishna is talking to his older brother. Why is he saying the eyes of the deer are like the eyes of the gopis? Because what is in the heart comes through the tongue. Among all the devotees, the residents of Vrindavan are highest. Among the residents of Vrindavan, the Braja Gopis are topmost. Na sadhayati mam yoga, na sankyam dharma uddhava, swadhyayas tapas tyago yatha bhaktir mamorjita. Canto 11, chapter 14, text 20. Bhagavad. Krishna tells Uddhav, there's nothing which attracts me as much as bhakti. What to speak of pure bhakti? And what to speak of prema bhakti of the Braja Gopis? That's in Krishna's heart. So even while talking to his brother Balaram, he's not aware of what has to be spoken and what shouldn't be spoken. He's just saying, look at the eyes of the deer. They're looking at you with so much love, like the eyes of the Braja Gopis. Krishna and Balaram are relishing everything. So sweet. The trees are bowing down completely. One commentator writes, why is the tree bowing down? He's saying the tree is like the mother. And from the tree's womb comes Krishna's flute. Krishna's flute comes, that's the poetic expression. The tree trunk is like the mother's body. And from the womb of that mother comes Krishna's flute. And this flute of Krishna is kissed by Krishna at all times, is held by Krishna at all times, is stuck into the waist at all times. So the tree is thinking, I could never embrace Krishna, I could never touch Krishna, I could never kiss Krishna's cheek. But my child did what I could never do. Out of happiness, the tree's hair is standing on end and flowers are sprouting. And flowers are sprouting, and out of ecstasy, tears are dropped. What are the tears? Honey. What else? It seems as if the breeze is moving, but no, the commentator says the tree is in ecstasy. Wants to just get out of that place. My child did what I couldn't. He's being kissed by Krishna. And that was true. The flute is in ecstasy. Tri Jaganmana Sakarshi. The flute used to be just kept at the lips of Krishna. Krishna would not even play the flute. He would just keep the flute, and the flute would go, in ecstasy. And Krishna would think, I have not even started playing it. And when Krishna would play the flute, amidst all of this, and Balaram is jumping, Gavascha Krishna Mukha Nirgita Venu Geetam. The cows, with the cups of their ears, would drink the nectar of Krishna's flute sound. So much so that they would forget to even give milk to their calves. And the calves, when they're listening to the flute sound, they would forget to suck. And even if they would, the milk in the mouth, they would forget to swallow. So Krishna's playing the flute, the mother is not giving the milk, the child is not sucking, and the milk is just flowing from the side. Gavascha Krishna Mukha Nirgita Venu Geetam. The ears of the cows, they're not like this. They're like, So when Krishna would play the flute, it'll all go up like cups. And the flute sound would be the nectar filled up in these cups. Canto 10, chapter 21. All of this is happening in the forest. And as all of this is going on, Krishna's friends come and tell Balaram, Dauji, there is one demon who's attacking us at the moment. Dauji said, who's the demon? He said, the demon of hunger. We are very hungry. I know you're very strong. Please kill this demon. One time Prabhupada was asked, between Krishna and Balaram, who's stronger? And Prabhupada, this was in Vrindavan. So Prabhupada said, look at the altar. And you find Balaram resting his hand on Krishna's shoulder. And Prabhupada said, somebody who's strong would not keep his hand at rest on the weak. The strong will place his hand on the stronger. He said, Balaram is strong, but Krishna is stronger. So they would go to Balaram and say, you love to kill, right? Yes, I do. Please kill this demon of hunger in our stomach. They told Krishna, can you smell? Can you smell? Krishna said, yeah, fragrance. Where is that coming from? Stoka Krishna and Subal, they said, nearby is Talwan. And that smell that we are smelling at the moment is the smell coming from the juicy, ripe, tasty tal trees, tal fruits. Very sweet fruits. And they're all fallen on the ground. Krishna said, let's go and just pick it up. Friend said, no, we cannot. Because that whole area is being guarded by a wicked demon, an ass demon, a donkey, by the name Dhenukasur. And he wouldn't give it to anyone. The fruits can go spoiled. They just fall on the ground. They're fragrant yet tasty. But he wouldn't let anyone take it. Balaram said, what do you mean? He said, he won't. And he has his donkey friends also. I mean, real donkeys. He has his donkey friends and they also sing with him. They keep braying all day. Balaram said, if the fruit is so fragrant, I can't wait to taste it. The friends say, we are actually very hungry. We want to taste. Can you help us? Balaram said, sure, let's go. And they all walk. Balaram walks in so much grace. And he goes in, and Srimad Bhagavatam describes, with one hand, he just puts it around a tal tree and starts shaking it. One hand. Panina is the word used in singular case. Shukdev Goswami says, no two hands. With one hand he has it on his waist and with the other he's just shaking the big tree. And as he's shaking the tree, the fruits are just falling and having a tumultuous sound. Tremendous hit on the ground. The fruits are just falling. Thop, 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 thop. And Balaram's just smiling. He's telling his friends, take it, take it. His friend said, no. This Dhenukasur is a man-eater. Animals don't go there. Birds don't fly over. The donkey cannot fly, but they still fear. He may just jump at him. And what to speak of men going there? Nobody goes there. Balaram said, no problem, just pick it up. And as that was happening, Dhenukasur heard. And he was thinking, trespassers will be prosecuted. Donkey mentality. The same mentality that Kaliya had. This world belongs to Krishna. In Vedic tradition, all the fruits belong to Krishna. All the fruits belong to everyone. There's no your fruit and my fruit. There's no your house and my house. Ayam nija paro vetti gananam laghuchetasam udara charitanam tu vasudaiva kutumbakam. The thinking that this is yours and this is mine is narrow-minded thinking. But the true, proper way to think and see, it's described, the whole world belongs to everyone who serves Krishna. That is how we are all one family. Kaliya was thinking, this pond is actually mine. You take it from Krishna and you think it's mine. Dhenukasur takes it from Krishna and thinks it's mine. So the first thing that Dhenukasur stands for is my mentality. So Krishna consciousness dissolves this minus. So devotee should be minus minus. M-I-N-U-S, minus, minus. This is mine, that's not mine. That's yours, this is mine. In Satya Yuga, people would almost throw everything that they had in the air and say, whatever comes down is Krishna's. In Treta Yuga, they made a line. And they said, whatever fell on this side is Krishna's, whatever fell on this side is mine. In Dwapar Yuga, they made a small circle. Whatever fell inside is mine. Whatever fell outside is Krishna's. But in Kali, they throw everything in the air. Whatever comes down is mine. Whatever God can catch is yours. That's how we are attached. Dhenukasur stands for this mentality. In the Bhagavad Gita, you were making this point the other day. In the first chapter, when Arjuna goes and asks Krishna, Senayoru Vayor Madhye Ratham Sthapayame Achyuta, please take my chariot to the center. I want to see who my enemy is. So the Acharyas describe, Krishna could have just pointed, that is your enemy. Right there, Kauravas. But interestingly, what does Krishna do? He waves his hand all over. This is your enemy. Including the Pandavas. He says, all of this is your enemy. Why? Because the main enemy that Arjuna was battling was inside of him. The idea that this is my enemy and this is my friend. That distinction is the enemy. My favorite chapter is the first chapter. I'm a bit weird. We oftentimes have 10th chapter, 12th chapter. But the remaining 17 chapters are the solution. The first chapter is the problem. And I relate to the problem. Because we have this mentality of this is mine and this is not mine. This is my friend, this is my enemy. This is favorable, this is unfavorable. So when Arjuna asked, who is my enemy? Krishna waves all over. This is all your enemy because the enemy is inside of you. You're thinking, who is my enemy? Is he my enemy? Is he my friend? This distinction is the enemy. So Dhenukasur is a person who's standing there thinking, all of these fruits are mine. This is the first principle. In 7th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj was asked, why don't you listen to these teachers? He said, sure, I'll try. He went to the teachers and the teacher said, you shouldn't talk to these Vaishnavas, you see. They are your enemies. Prahlad thinks to himself, enemies? What does that mean? Everybody is a part and parcel of Krishna, which means everybody is my friend. Till now, I have just heard of animals who have their own species, but my teacher is a practical demonstration of it. He's saying, they are your enemies, this is your friend. He tells Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad Maharaj tells Hiranyakashipu, how can I listen to a teacher who is polarized? The teacher has a bipolar problem. Friends, enemies. So here Dhenukasur is ready to share all of his fruits only with his donkey friends, not with others. Balaram is looking. And as he was looking at a friend, Bakasur starts hearing these sounds. And he comes out running. And as he's coming out, running in speed, what happens? Will be continued tomorrow. Gaur Premanande.